Bizarre Global.
According to NASA's exoplanet exploration page, since the first exoplanets were discovered in the early 1990s, more than 4,000 planets have been found. More than half of these discoveries were made by NASA's Kepler Space Telescope, which launched in 2009 on a mission to determine how common Earth-like planets are throughout the Milky Way galaxy. The worlds orbiting other stars are called exoplanets, and they come in a wide variety of sizes, from gas giants larger than Jupiter, to small, rocky planets about as big around as Earth or Mars. They can be hot enough to boil metal, or locked in deep freeze. They can orbit their stars so tightly that a year lasts only a few days. They can orbit two suns at once. Some exoplanets are sunless rogues, wandering through the galaxy in permanent darkness. Our galaxy, the Milky Way, is the thick stream of stars that cuts across the sky on the darkest, clearest nights. Its spiraling expanse probably contains about 400 billion stars, our Sun among them. And if each of those stars has not just one planet, but, like ours, a whole system of them, then the number of planets in the galaxy is truly astronomical. We're already heading into the trillions. To qualify as potentially life-friendly, a planet must be relatively small, and therefore rocky, and orbit in the habitable zone of its star, which is also known as the Goldilocks zone. The Goldilocks zone is the area around a star where it is not too hot and not too cold for liquid water to exist on the surface of surrounding planets. The distance Earth orbits the Sun is just right for water to remain a liquid. While scientists have not found an exoplanet that is 100% like Earth, they have found many candidate planets that could potentially support human life in the future. Here are the 10 most Earth-like exoplanets. Number 10. Kepler-22b is 600 light-years away. It was the first Kepler planet found in the habitable zone of its parent star, but the planet is much larger than Earth, about 2.4 times our planet's size. It's unclear if this Earth-like exoplanet is rocky, liquid or gaseous. Kepler-22b's orbit of 290 days is similar to Earth's 365, according to Space.com. The exoplanet orbits a G-class star like our Sun, but this star is smaller and colder than Earth's. Number 9. Kepler-62f is nearly 40% larger than Earth, and orbits a star much cooler than our Sun, according to NASA. Its 267-day orbit, however, puts Kepler-62f right within the habitable zone. While Kepler-62 orbits closer to its red dwarf star than Earth does to the Sun, the star produces much less light, which could compensate for the closer distance. Kepler-62f lies about 1,200 light-years away and, due to its large size, is within the range of potentially rocky planets that may hold oceans. Number 8. Kepler-69c, which is around 2,700 light-years away, is nearly 70% larger than Earth. Researchers are currently unsure about its surface and atmospheric composition. The planet completes one orbit every 242 days, making its position within its solar system comparable to that of Venus within ours. However, Kepler-69c's host star is about 80% as bright as our Sun, so the planet appears to be within the Goldilocks zone. Number 7. Gliese 667cc is an Earth-like exoplanet relatively close to Earth at 22 light-years away. This exoplanet is at least 4.5 times as massive as Earth, according to NASA. It completes one orbit around its host star every 28 days. Gliese's star is a red dwarf and is considerably cooler than our Sun, so the exoplanet is potentially in the habitable zone. Number 6. Kepler-186f is an exoplanet that resides in the habitable zone of its star, though on the zone's outer edge. Kepler-186f's parent star is a red dwarf and it provides just 1/3 of the energy from its star that Earth gets from the Sun. This planet is at most 10% larger than our planet. This alien world lies about 500 light-years from Earth. Number 5. Kepler 452b is the first near-Earth-size planet discovered around a Sun-sized star. Its temperature is currently unknown. Kepler is located 1,400 light-years away from Earth. It orbits its host star every 385 days. Kepler 452b is 60% larger than Earth, and its parent star, Kepler 452, is 10% larger than the Sun. At 1.6 times the size of Earth, Kepler 452b has a better than even chance of being rocky, its discoverers have said. It takes Kepler 452b just 20 days longer to orbit its star than Earth does. Number 4. Kepler 442b is 33% larger than Earth and completes an orbit of its star every 112 days, according to NASA. The discovery of Kepler 442, situated 1,194 light-years away from Earth, was announced in 2015. One study, published in the monthly notices of the Royal Astronomical Society in 2021, found that this exoplanet may receive enough light to sustain a large biosphere. The researchers analyzed the likelihood of different planets to be able to carry out photosynthesis. They found that Kepler 442b receives sufficient radiation from its star. Number 3. Scientists discovered Kepler 1649c when looking through old observations from Kepler, which the agency retired in 2018. While previous searches with a computer algorithm misidentified it, researchers reviewing Kepler data took a second look at the signature and recognized it as a planet. Out of all the exoplanets found by Kepler, this distant world, located 300 light-years from Earth, is most similar to Earth in size and estimated temperature. Kepler 1649c is only 1.06 times larger than our Earth. When comparing the light that the two planets receive from their stars, scientists found that this exoplanet receives 75% of the light Earth does from the Sun. Number 2. At only 4 light-years away, Proxima Centauri b is our closest known exoplanet neighbor. Proxima b is a super-Earth exoplanet that orbits a M-type star. Its mass is 1.27 Earths, it takes 11.2 days to complete one orbit of its star, and is 0.0485 astronomical units from its star. Its discovery was announced in 2016. In the habitable zone of its star, Proxima Centauri, Proxima b encounters bouts of extreme ultraviolet radiation hundreds of times greater than Earth does from the Sun. That radiation generates enough energy to strip away not just the lightest molecules, hydrogen, but also, over time, heavier elements such as oxygen and nitrogen. Number 1. Orbiting the star TRAPPIST-1 are the most Earth-sized planets ever discovered in the habitable zone of a single star. This planetary system is made up of 7 worlds. Water on most of these planets are likely to have evaporated early in the system's formation, according to Space.com. However, a 2018 study found that some of these planets could hold more water than Earth's oceans. One of the worlds, called TRAPPIST-1e, is thought to be the most likely to support life as we know it. Enjoy discussions about science, technology, the odd and paranormal? Consider joining our cult. I mean subscribing to our channel.